welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are keeping well. Today's video is going to be a review on the Cartec Wheel Cleaner. It's a product that has caught my eye for some time actually. I've seen a few adverts on Instagram and on Facebook, and as a result I was quite impressed by what I saw. So I thought, you know what the hell, let me purchase some of this stuff. So me being me, I went and bought 5 litres of the stuff, and I thought it'd be interesting to do a review on the product to see whether it lives up to its claims, or how it presents itself on social media. I have seen a few not reviews, but videos of them showing the product in use, and it looked quite impressive. But I thought it'd be nice to get a hold of this product myself, do some testing and see, give it my own verdict, so to speak. So I bought, as I mentioned, I bought 5 litres of this stuff. It's Cartec Wheel Cleaner. It isn't pH neutral. It does actually say, I don't know if it will come up on here, but it's pH 13.3, which obviously is on the alkaline side of the pH scale. And it does, obviously, comes with a label at the back as well, which says it's corrosive. So yeah, be careful and wear gloves if you do handle the product. Obviously, based on the videos that I've watched, and based on what Cartec says, I think it does mention the product is most effective neat, understandably. So yeah, what I've decided to do is I'm going to look to run a test of the product at 3 different concentrations. So one is at neat. I thought I'd do one at 10:1. I've labelled this bottle at 10:1 because I've made a mixture already. And I thought I'd go halfway houses as well and try a concentration of 5:1 and see how that works. So the vehicle on which I'll be looking to apply this to is a BMW 328i M Sport. It's my own personal vehicle, which I've had for a few months now. It has had some, obviously, some detailing work done to it already. The wheels are ceramic coated, albeit just the faces. I didn't have the opportunity to take the wheels off and coat, the inner barrels, but just the faces of the wheels have been coated. So we'll see how it performs, and you'll get a feel for how it performs on coated surfaces as well as uncoated surfaces. But yeah, more on that later on. Let's go out and show this product in use. Catch you in a bit. So prior to using the wheel cleaning chemical, I thought I'd just fill up a bucket of water, topped up with some shampoo in my wheel bucket. The reason being is that I didn't expect the wheel cleaner to completely remove everything, so I thought I'd prepare myself for the eventuality that there is some dirt left behind, which would require some agitation using various wheel brushes and obviously the Garage Therapy one wheel shampoo. So the next thing on the list was to obviously set up the most important part of this process, which is setting up the pressure washer. Then to connect the next most important thing, which is the supply of water. You'll note that I have a filter attached to the pressure washer. That's purely to capture any dirt in the water before it enters the pump. The next bit is to attach the gun to the pressure hose. The gun that I've got in use there is the Obsessed Garage Mosmatic gun. Now attaching the nozzle to the gun. I always find it's best to have a short gun and nozzle attached for wheel cleaning. Just going to do a brief walk around on the vehicle. You'll see this is the offside rear alloy. Fair amount of dirt on the face of the wheel as well as inside the barrel. The next wheel is the offside front alloy. This is even more filthier than the rear one, which had even more dirt. both on the face of the wheel as well as inside the barrel. The wheel arches are quite dirty as well, but obviously that's not the point of this video. As you can see, fairly sunny day. And this is the near side front alloy, again caked in dirt on the face as well as inside the barrel. Wheel arch it as well is quite filthy as well too. And lastly, the near side rear alloy, which is fairly dirty, but not. I'd have to say that the front alloys were dirtier than the rears. In this next clip, you'll see me top up my wheel bucket with some Garage Therapy one wheel shampoo. I put in about 2.5 capfuls, which I believe equates to roughly around about 25 millilitres of the product. Then the obligatory froth up with the pressure gun. So in this next clip, I'm using the Cartec Wheel Cleaner Neat on the offside rear alloy. I appreciate it's not the worst caked alloy in the world, but it's fairly dirty, so we'll see how this product works in terms of being able to remove the dirt that's ingrained on the wheel. As you can see, I was quite liberal with the amount of product that I sprayed onto the wheel. Wanted to give it every opportunity to soak the wheel or soak the dirt on the wheel to give me the best possible chance of removing most of it. This was then left to soak for around about 2 minutes as per the instructions, and then rinsed off. As you can see, it's done an amazing job. All the dirt has been removed from the alloy. So far, a massive thumbs up from me on this product. In this next clip, you'll see the offside front alloy, which is really filthy. On this alloy, I used product diluted at 5:1. Obviously, it's more filthier than the offside rear alloy, but wanted to see what the product could do, dilute it at 5:1 on something that's a bit more filthier. Again, the same process was followed. I sprayed it liberally all over the alloy, not just only on the face of the alloy, inside the barrel. Let it soak for 2 minutes and then rinsed it off. As you can see, it's done a fairly good job. However, you'll see there's dirt in between the spokes, as well as on sort of the outer lip. This needed further agitation to remove all the dirt. So yeah, 5-to-1 is fairly good, but you still require some agitation. We now move on to the near side front alloy, which was probably equally as dirty as the offside front. Use the product at 10-to-1 to see how it would cope. Again, sprayed the product liberally and allowed to soak for 2 minutes before rinsing off. It did an okay job. However, you'll see in the top left hand side, and where I swipe my finger in a moment, you'll see there's a bit of black running down. So yeah, again, it requires some agitation to clean it fully. Lastly, we move to the near side rear alloy. Again, probably equally as dirty as the offside rear alloy. Sprayed the product liberally at 10-to-1. Just wanted to see what 10-to-1 could really do actually on something that's probably, in comparison to the other wheels, lightly soiled. Similarly, sprayed liberally and allowed to dwell for 2 minutes before rinsing off. Product diluted at 10-to-1 seemed to do a fairly decent job. However, there's still light soiling, which I felt required further agitation to ensure that it was perfect. Now on to the final walk around on the vehicle. At this point, the wheels have been deep cleaned, so I'd used brushes of all sorts. This is the offside rear alloy, which is fairly clean. There is probably some embedded fallout in there, which I'll need to apply some fallout remover to at some point. That can be said across the board with all the other alloys as well, but you'll get the idea. The alloys are fully clean now. This is the offside front. Barrels are looking fairly clean. The near side front, again, fairly clean, as well as the barrel. And lastly, the near side rear alloy, which has been thoroughly cleaned as well. You'll see a bit of beading on the alloys, and that's because of the ceramic coating that's applied to it, which is the Carbon Collective Platinum Wheels coating, which I think is fairly good. Well, I hope you found the video useful. If you do have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments box below. I would just like to reiterate that this is not a sponsored video. I purchased the product using my own money, and any views or comments that I've shared during the course of this video are my own. It's definitely a product I would recommend to anyone out there. In particular, I'd probably recommend using it either neat or at 5:1. 10:1 you could probably get away with if the alloys are lightly soiled, but in the main it's either neat or 5:1 would be my recommendation in terms of using this product. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, whether you used it at different concentrations and what you found was most successful, if you have used it at all. Would also like to take this opportunity to apologise for certain aspects of the video. Unfortunately, it was a very sunny day where I live, and you may have noticed some of the shots of the alloys were a bit blared out because of the sunlight. I've done my best to recover as much as I can in terms of contrast or to reduce it post-production, but if it's not to the standard that you'd expect, do let me know, and if required to do so, I'm happy to shoot another video so that the results are a lot clearer. But in the main, I hope you do take my word for it, especially the voiceover that I've done throughout the various shots of the video. But yeah, I would really appreciate if you guys could give the video a like, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I hope to catch you guys very soon. All the best. Bye.